The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the management and staff of Guardian Radio.
Take that mess from off the wall. Give that baby back its ball. Leave other people things alone. There's other ways to get involved. Get involved, don't be no fool. Stay in school. Let your mind become a tool. Church were made for fools to be. Get involved, get involved. Get involved, get involved. Get involved, get involved. There's other ways to get involved. Get involved, get involved.
Good morning and welcome to Guardian Radio A.M. Today is finally Friday, May 9th. It's a little after 11 o'clock in the morning. And once again, this is CA Newry, and we are continuing our series on poetry. I'm not sure if you know, but big things are happening because there's one big event that is happening now in the Bahamas where there is a poetry contest. The Bahamas poetry competition that has been running from all of April to now, and the big competition is happening now where people are now they already put in their poetry. The judges already did their preliminaries. Now they're putting the videos in, and all of social media now are talking about poets throughout the Bahamas. I mean, they have famous people to novices who are participating inside this, and I'm excited because I've been listening and watching YouTube and saying, my God, did a Bahamian write that? That is good. That is talented. That is not normal. I didn't know we had children, even Bahamian adults, who can write at this level to make me cry, to move me to say, wow. That's deep. I mean, that's profound, right? So I'm kind of excited because I have the president of the Bahamas Poetry Competition in studio. And I also have I know Ms. Forbes. You know I already forget your title. Ms. Forbes is one of those literary professionals whose job it is to help people write and produce work. And so I'm going to introduce her later on to see how important this is, especially for young people, and especially for if there's a need for Bahamians to write. Yesterday we had a vernacular, that Bahamian dialect, and she tells stories and verses through her poetry where it could leave you mesmerized. And to know that we have quality writers in the Bahamas who are producing. I see you have one of my distant cousins, Gomez, here, who produces like every other week big things, right? Apparently he won some kind of award on this. I didn't expect nothing least because like I said, he's a prolific writer. I'm excited about that. But to hear about the genesis of this Bahamas poetry competition, I have Mr. Jermaine Rowell, who orchestrated this whole thing. But I need to have a narrative. First, you introduce yourself, then have a narrative of why this poetry competition exists and why you put it for young people to adults and open it wide, right? And why so much people excited about it. Like it's all over social media. How did you get it so popular? That it all in the schools. I mean, I got different contestants in my inbox like 3, 4, 5 different times in various WhatsApp groups, right? So I have to go and click like and stuff. So tell me all about that.
Okay, thank you for this invitation this morning. I really appreciate the opportunity to get these writers and poets exposed. Well, you mentioned a lot of whys, but I'm going to try to tackle all of them. So the genesis of this competition, I am a writer myself. I've written 2 books and a children's book. But why?
Give me a name of your book. I want to know everything about you.
Oh, it's actually a gift for you.
Oh, I like free things. I appreciate Gomez, you bring anything free? Okay, just making sure. Okay, thanks.
Yeah. So the genesis started from high school, really. Once I graduated from the great S.C. McPherson in 1996, I searched for writing competitions, and there were very few. I entered one and I won that one. But after that, there were literally no other avenues for me to use my skill. So I searched online, and I found a lot of fake competitions that just tried to extract money out of competitors. So in my mind, I was saying that there has to be, something where persons can express themselves and be appreciated. So I had that idea in my mind since 1819. Moving forward, as a police officer, I'm a police officer attached to the financial services section. As a police officer, then attached to Centerville Urban Renewal, I had the opportunity to create a poetry competition for the Centerville district. I ran that competition for about 6 years, and it was very, the writers exposed to meeting the Prime Minister, the Governor General. They had interviews on radio station, TV interviews. So I found that gratifying. Like that gave me more pleasure than actually receiving a reward myself. So moving on from there, I got transferred from Urban Renewal then to the Financial Services section of the Royal Bahamas Police Force under the great leadership of now Deputy Commissioner Kirkwood Andrews. So from there, I decided that, hey, I've been waiting for someone to establish a platform, and I think that someone is me. So I decided to create Bahamas Poetry Competition in 2018. We started off with 3 categories: primary school, high school, and adults. And that took off. Like the first year, we got almost close to 200 persons just competing under those 3 categories. Now, the challenge with that was funding. It was a new project. No one really saw the value or the necessity to support something of that magnitude. So I had to dig into my personal finances in order to fund that. Still paying that off, by the way. But anyway, but I decided to continue on. Since then, we've had 5 iterations of the competition in 2018, 2019. Took a break because of Hurricane Dorian and COVID. That kind of decimated everything in terms of sponsorship. So I held a competition in 2011 just for the adult category to keep it alive, because I didn't want the energy to dissipate for the competition. I did that out of my personal funds as well. And the next competition, 2023, and that was the primary school division. And now this year we're holding the primary school division as well as the adult division. I got sponsorships from this. Actually, this year was the most successful sponsorship run that I've had.
So people are paying attention and want to be a part of this then?
Yes, they are paying attention. I've had sponsorship from the Department of Culture, the Royal Bahamas Police Force, Deputy Commissioner Kirkwood Andrews. He supports me in any positive venture that I have. I'm thankful to the Commissioner, Ms. Shanta Knowles. They allow us to use the conference center for our award ceremony, by the way, which is coming up on May 28th, 7 p.m. The public is invited. I want you to come out, support these young artists, young writers. And there's so much more. Right now, we're at the stage where the competitors, they've already been judged on the writing platform.
Okay, let's slow it down.
Sure.
Let's talk about the competition itself.
Yes, sir.
You said the writing platform, so that's the first initial stage. Tell me the mechanism of, if I wanted to be a part of this competition, or I'm planning to do this be a part of this competition next year, what are the steps?
Sure.
And then, yes, go ahead.
Sure, thank you. So every opportunity that we get to host a competition, we decide to give topics of national importance. We want persons in the community writing on topics of national importance. In prior years, we had topics like bullying, domestic violence, topics along that line. This year, we have, for the adult care, strength of a woman, and for the primary division, we have the goodness of God. And the the entries were mind-blowing. Like the creativity that I've seen, it's it's just off the charts. So that's the initial stage. We come up with a topic. We based through the website, BahamasPoetryCompetition.com, as well as the Facebook page, we invite persons to compete in the competition. This year, there was no restraints on entries because there was no fee attached for the adult or the primary school division. Normally, there's a fee attached for the adult division because they put more effort when they have to pay for something. That's adults. So, but the primary school and the high school division, they're always free. We didn't have a high school division this year, but next time we run it, we will. So once we get in the entries based on the criteria, the subject matter, we have professionals from education as well as persons who are poets judging the entries based on certain variety of content, emotional content, etc. We come up with our top finalists. Once we reach our top finalists, they're all notified that they're in the finals. As finalists, they've already won. Mm-hmm. They're already won. They're already invited to the award ceremony where they're going to get...
and I see the names are promoted and pictures and everything go around. Okay.
Yeah, they get trophies, they get gifts, they get showered with...
Yeah, they get recognized.
With love and appreciation. Okay. And that's one of the things that I wanted to do, to make sure that these persons are recognized, that they actually attach value to this skill, because it is a skill, it is a talent, and I don't want them to take it for granted. A lot of the social ills that we have in our country now stems from a lack of ability to communicate. So if you put your time in expressing yourself, there would never be a situation where you can't talk yourself out of that situation. You can't rationalize behind an event or conflict. So, sorry, I sometimes I put on my police hat and
I understand.
I understand. I get carried away. So once we
get the finalists,
they're invited to produce a video.
So who does that?
The competitors themselves
create their own video.
They create their own video, and I this year I've given them some names of resources that they could tap into in order to assist in that process. So they create their own videos, they submit it, and competition, we upload that on our YouTube channel. Now that is out there for the public to see, and as well as for the judges to make their decision. The decision is not based on the amount of views or how popular it is, even though there's an award for that. But the criteria for the winner is based on performance and the actual production. So you got to perform, and the production has to be.
So what kind of categories to win things?
There's several there's all kind of categories, and as the president, and I watch these things, and I'm like, oh my God, this may not win, but I see where this person is so creative.
This deserves something.
This deserves something. I have to do something, and so they always dig in my pocket. But I love what I do. I love what I do. But right now, the videos are uploaded on YouTube, and the comments that are coming in is so encouraging for the writers, and that's one of the things that I love, that where the community comes and supports these persons, and it propels them. Not last year, but 2023, we had two competitors that won. 2023 and 2021. The last two grand champion, we had Bethany Barr and we had Landy Larota. They both won in their respective divisions, and they competed internationally in a UNESCO competition, and they cleaned up. They won an international competition. And I don't want to toot my own horn, but I think the exposure that they got in this competition gave them, the confidence to go there and step out. And that's what this platform is for, so persons could spread their wings, so they could, grow in this literary field.
And I appreciate Jermaine Rule. And I want to say thank you, by the way, for what you're doing for literary or literacy and literature in the Bahamas. I want to speak to Ms. Forbes, right? Because Ms. Forbes works in education. Let me get the mic a little closer to you. How are you involved in this poetry competition? Why are you involved in this poetry competition? And how important is it?
Good afternoon. My name is Miss Leanne Forbes. I'm the Writing Literacy Specialist at Cleveland Indians Primary School. I've known Mr. Rowe from I was placed at Columbus Primary School when he first started.
Yes.
And children like activities and things that they get congratulated in. They get congratulated in sports. They get congratulated at report card day. So if they get congratulated in writing, they're going to like writing. So his award system boosts the children's writing. So then now I have a lot of children coming, Miss Forbes, you have a writing club, you want to be in your writing club. I said, you want to be in my writing club? I said, our writing club means we got to do well in school, and then we got to do well in those writing competition out of school. And so it's very important. We push reading literacy, and reading goes well with writing. So he's pushing writing, but it's also helping reading. So it's helping the whole gamut of education. So wherever he goes and wherever he advertises some type of writing, I'm there to support.
And is the Ministry of Education involved in terms of support?
Yes.
Okay.
Our government school supports this. Our government school supports this. And if I hear about it, I'm zapping my other teacher colleagues and like, listen, let's get on. I mean, I won't beat them. Yeah. But they're gonna
Let's get involved.
They get involved.
Let's get involved.
Let's get involved and let's push writing. And the way that I do it is I take his writing competition. I don't actually add it as another activity or an assignment to do. I integrate it into the Ministry of Education curriculum.
Okay.
Yes.
So it's basically on the calendar.
I could put it right into a lesson plan because you said the goodness of God. I said I could fit that into descriptive writing.
Yes.
I could fit that into expository writing.
Yes.
And then we do it in a poetry form.
There you go.
Awesome.
There you go. Okay. Mr.
Yes, sir.
and some, I guess, finalists. I'm not sure if they're winners.
Yes.
But I want to hear their poetry. I ain't looking at Gomez yet because you have some young people here.
Yeah.
All right. Ma'am, what school that is? I can start with you. No, get the mic a little closer to you. Introduce yourself and your age. I want to know how old you are.
Hello, my name is Trinae Monroe. I am 13 years old. I am from Cleveland Indians Primary School, Northern Division, and my writing teacher is Miss Forbes.
Oh, okay, this poem should be good. So did you bring something for me to listen
Yes.
to? Okay, I'm going to be quiet now. And then you do your performance poetry. Let the entire Bahamas.
Oh,
I'm not sure, I'm the most listened to talk show host in the Bahamas right now. Yeah, everybody listens to me. So this is your time to shine. We're going to appreciate this. I'm going to be quiet now, and you do you.
Let me start?
Your man start.
Okay. I walked along the sandy beach to gaze upon the aquamarine sea. I pondered a while. I felt a slight breeze, and I knew his presence, his goodness was there with me. If I didn't know better, I'd think he was a stranger. But I've felt the goodness of God since I was a toddler. For the goodness of God is with me every day. It protects me and my family and keeps us safe. It's the bright sunshine beaming down on my face. It's His mercy that forgives my many mistakes. It's providing me with great friends and a caring family. There's a roof over my head and food in my belly. And even when life is so hard and full of great sadness, I still have hope that I will see His miraculous goodness. So as I stroll quietly on the beach and ponder, I have no need to fear. I have no need to wonder, because I know the goodness of God is with me. That's why my heart is so full and so happy. Yes, the goodness of God is with me. Thank you.
My Lord. And you write that. I wish I could write like that at that age. But we have another contestant because I wanted to just sit and simmer and enjoy that for a moment, but the studio filled. So, young man, I want you to introduce yourself. Tell me what your name and what school you went to. And Mr. Rowe, he's one of the finalists too? Or what?
He's one of the finalists.
Okay.
Actually, let me shout out Timothy Morley. He's from Topham Bay, Lutra. He's actually the first place winner, but he's not traveling to Nassau until the award ceremony on the 28th.
So this competition was national. The whole Bahamas participated.
This went through all the islands. We had 9 different islands competing, including New Providence. We had New Providence, Grand Bahama, Abaco, Long Island, Exuma.
So it's a big thing to be a finalist then.
Yes, sir.
My gosh.
Yes, sir. Hundreds of competitors.
Interesting. Now it's you. Just time to shine. Your name You start reading. Let me get a feeling of this.
Hello, my name is Jazion Barrett, and I actually just turned 10 yesterday. Yesterday was my
Happy birthday!
birthday.
Happy
Thank
birthday.
you.
Okay. What school do you go to?
I go to E.P. Roberts on Balfour Avenue,
Nice.
and I am also a prefect in training.
There you go. That means you're in grade 5.
4.
4. Prefect and training grade 4? Go ahead.
Okay, my title is The Goodness of God. The goodness of God surrounds me every day and every time I kneel down to pray. He wraps me in his blanket of love. He sends showers of blessings from above. God's love is a fierce fire burning bright. It chases away even the darkest night. Like the bright morning sunshine breaking through the rain, he heals my heart and soothes my pain. God's goodness flows like an endless stream, refreshing my soul, restoring broken dreams. His promise to never leave or forsake me is true. It is truly a blessing that will be renewed. God's goodness fills me with his glorious light. With life's battles I will be unable to fight. God is forever good in all his ways. His mercy and love will follow me all the days.
Woo!
My Lord.
Yes.
And you say you 10? Let's go back to Miss Forbes.
Yes.
When I was younger, even still now, I had issues with reading. That public reading was in me.
At the public speaking.
Right? This public speaking thing was in me. But I had teachers who said, part of this is you need to get up and read in front of people. You know, I practiced a little bit so I could read much better now how I could read when I was younger. How important is young children participating in these poetry contests and then coming in front of people and reading, right? It's scary.
But it builds their confidence.
That's what it does.
It builds their confidence, it builds their self-esteem. Because a lot of times children write in private. So they only could celebrate it with themselves. So now when they can celebrate with others and it is recognized, their writing confidence increases. And the thing about it is when you get confidence in one subject area, it kind of trickles in other subject areas. And he's a writer, but now he's also a speaker. And now he's also a presenter.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's gonna multiply.
I can need someone to help me with all of those things. Now I'm going to do something different because I'm going to pause before I go to Mr. Gomez, who I know is an established poet. I don't have to talk to him because he's been on the show a couple of times and he book selling, right? And he hosts all kind of events. I see I have 2 grandmothers in studio. They didn't expect to talk. But they came in. No, it's my fault you came inside the studio. I didn't see you. I want you to talk about your grandchild and how all I'm saying no. But the mic's still there. You still have to say something. So just introduce yourself and your child and say how proud you are of them. I have 2 grandparents here, so that means they both will talk today. And just say something. You're not going to say anything at all? That's your daughter. She's here for the support of you. I understand. Then I'll speak to you then. Go ahead. Introduce yourself.
Good morning. My name is Sharon Lightborn, and I am the proud grandmother of Jazion Barrett. I am his mother because his mom died, so I am his mother now. I'm so proud of him because I have him now for 4 years, and qualities. He's brave, he's intelligent, he's smart, and I could see where he's going places.
Amen.
And I say to him every day, sky is the limit. You are the head and not the tail. You are above and not beneath. Those are my words today.
Thank you very much. My mom used to tell me that all the time when I had complexes today. So we can talk. You want to say something before I move to Gomez?
I just want to express gratitude for the persons and the institutions that have actually supported this to make sure that this actually happened. First off, the Royal Bahamas Police Force, I want to give them thanks. I also want to thank the Department of Culture who also sponsored me, Miss Alexia B. Coakley, Proactive Skills Bahamas, as well as the Police Staff Association. Those were my sponsors this year. This year was the biggest sponsorship that I've ever had, and I hope it continues to grow.
So you're taking on more sponsors just in case for prizes and stuff, right?
I'm definitely looking out for sponsors because I don't want this to end. I was actually discouraged, stop the competition, But I think God works in mysterious ways, and he started pouring blessings upon me. So with God's help, hopefully this
The next one.
event can continue and grow, because there were a lot of high school students mad at me because
can imagine.
I didn't have a high school division.
Tell me how to get in contact with you, especially if there are sponsors listening and say, I want to be a part of this, and they want to contact you to the various platforms.
Okay, they can contact me several ways. They can contact me through my cell phone, which is the easiest way. That's 434-1365, or they can message me on the Facebook page at Bahamas Poetry Competition, Facebook page Bahamas Poetry Competition, or email, that's my name backwards, rollerjermaine@hotmail.com, ROLLEJERMAINE @hotmail.com.
And any social media platforms?
Social media platform, Facebook as well. My name, Jermaine Roll. There's several Jermaine Rolls, but there's only one in an inspector's uniform. So
And is there one for the Bahamas Poetry Competition itself?
there's a Facebook page for Bahamas Poetry Competition. I mentioned that one. They could contact me through that as well. Facebook page.
Good.
Yeah.
I have a text here that says that, can I please have a copy of that 10-year-old poem? I am going through some things personally right now, and that poem definitely encouraged me. Thank
Awesome.
you and blessings.
Awesome.
So to
Awesome.
get a copy of, where can the person go and look for it?
Well, I don't own Barrett's intellectual property,
I need to
so
ask Barrett then.
yeah. So you
Go ahead.
You
But
can,
I
you
know
can ask
he
me
does,
also.
he does the recital one, right, on YouTube.
Yeah, yes. There's actually the video.
The video.
Yeah, they could actually access his video on YouTube. Check the YouTube page for Bahamas Poetry Competition. Search for Jazian Barrett, and you'll see it. The goodness of God.
Okay. This text says, good morning, Mr. Newry, and to my good friend, Mr. Roll, and those brilliant young poets in your studio. I'm encouraged that the literary culture of the Bahamas is still strong. And that is important too, right? To hear a Bahamian voice. Because we all have all these foreign poets that we learned in school. And now to know that we have Bahamian poets, Bahamian work that we can turn to. I know it's a new move now to have Bahamian textbooks by Bahamian authors.
Right.
And now that we have a whole cadre of Bahamian poets, we can pick and choose.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Let's go to my distant cousin Gomez. Right? I know you're an international poet now. You're a published poet, right? You've competed in a number of poetry competitions where you have gained some acclaim. You are now a household name. Everyone knows Gomez. You know? So that's Gomez there. He does poetry. And you've hosted events, right? My question to you, why did you participate in this? I mean, you, not to say that beyond Mr. Rowe's competition, but because of your international acclaim in terms of poetry and because of your traction, there's no need for you to compete in these competitions anymore.
Well, two reasons why I decided to compete. The first reason is that I competed in 2018 when the first competition was put out, and I didn't place. And that etched at me for so many years to know that I'm excelling in other areas poetically, but I feel like something here is incomplete. So I wanted to come back. And also, Landy LaRota, the 2021 Grand Slam winner, he, we're pretty cool. So he gave me a few encouraging words. And I was like, you know what? I'll do it. So I submitted my piece. I had it written, but I hadn't submitted it just as yet. But that just goes to show that the community is real and live. And that's why I do my poetry events, because I'm a big proponent of community building and pushing the narrative that, hey, we have poets and spoken word artists here doing the thing. And, we just want to create awareness and get the word out of what's going on.
And I know you have host events, right? But I'm seeing that there are a number of young people who write poetry.
Yes.
Can you make space for them that they say, come out and see these primary school, these high school students perform? Can you?
Yes, of course.
I'm lobbying now.
Yeah, it's definitely in the works. It's happening now. I host a Blackbird Poetry Slam and from all walks, whether it's the seasoned poets, the younger poets coming up, or even the young kids coming up. The space is open. It's available. It's small right now, but it's blooming. Right now, it's held at the Tuca Comedy Club the last Wednesday in every month. Like I say, it's a space for poets to come out to share their work, to get feedback, to network. Not just to sit and enjoy poetry or share poetry, but to network, get connected with other poets and other creatives in various spaces on how they can collaborate or enhance their work or create more awareness through videos and other visual creative ideas that they may have.
And it's very important to have that network too, a network of poets, and say, well, I'm at this level. How do I move to the next level? How did you produce your video?
Well,
because I know you produce good work. Now I want to know what the visual. See, I haven't even asked you to read your poem, right?
So with the video, I normally use my phone, but I find that I was running out of space, so I bought me a camera last year. Went on YouTube, watched a few tutorials on how to use it, and I just used the camera.
Yesterday we had a poet who did TikTok type video for young adults, matured adults who do poetry, right? Spoken word. What do you recommend for them, especially if they're not ready to publish or still don't have enough work to be published, right? But they want their work appreciated to what do you recommend, or how can they go about to putting forward work that Bahamians can enjoy and say, okay, I heard that, I like that?
But TikTok is a good avenue because a lot of people are just there, just scrolling, just receiving the content. I use TikTok. I recently started using it, like really invested into it, like how I am with Instagram and Facebook and other social media platforms. So I find that if you're not confident enough sharing your work on social or in person at open mics or poetry competitions, as this one, you could always record yourself on your phone or have a family member record you, and then you could just post it online. It's as simple as that.
Did you bring the work that you entered for this one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I want to hear that one because I know your book. I don't
know if you got this one because you got the first one.
Then I get a free book.
Yeah. So
you see, I said free book.
Yes,
Okay,
so
I appreciate that.
The name of that book is Echoes of Home.
I just want it free. I just hold it right
I
here.
got you.
Thank you very much. Echoes of Home by Andrew Gomez. I mean, I try. This is my second book by him. I'm kind of excited. So if you see me start stuttering now, I'm excited to have the second book.
So the name of this piece is A Leaf's Last Fall.
And this is when you put it in the competition?
Yes.
And what do you place?
Tied for first place.
You get first place?
Yeah, tied for first place.
Tied for first place.
Excellent writer.
Who is the second?
Excellent writer.
Who's the second person?
Shandiria Nottage McKinsey. She's tied for first place. She was unable to make it because of travel arrangement.
Where's she from?
She's from Nassau.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was checking to see if she's from Family Island too. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. I am a leaf, unraveling from the bow of a life that once felt whole, tugged by a wind that whispers stories of a woman whose tears fall heavier than rain, each drop a weight that gathers on her heart, and I watch her face, a canvas of shattered trust, as the world she knew is as foreign to her as the sky is to the ground. Her breath is a storm that knows no mercy, but I drift down like a forgotten trail, falling as she does, caught in the pull of gravity, both of us trying to make sense of our descent. Her eyes, like the heavens before dawn, swelling with the weight of a dark night, but there is something in her, a spark, flickering beneath the darkened sky. I catch the shimmer in the tear that slips, and in that moment, I understand she is a storm, but she is also the calm after it. I twist and turn, circling through air while she gathers herself, clutching the pieces of her soul like they are all that she has left. But they are enough. I see it now in her face, a quiet determination, a force, as she remembers the hands of children who need her, the arms of family who love her, the voice who call her strength, even when she cannot hear it herself. The ground nares, but she doesn't fall. Not today. She straightens a leaf, complete my descent. She lifts her chin, reminded of her value, not by the silence of what's been lost, but by the chorus of what remains. I kiss the earth, and she rises, stronger than the wind that tried to tear her apart. A woman, a force of nature, rooted in love, strong as the tree from which I fell. She is a leaf, but not one that crumbles to dust.
She is a leaf, but not one that crumbles. What you know about woman? What's the competition for the adults again, Mr. Rowan?
The strength of a woman. The strength of a woman.
And Andrew captured that in verse.
Yes.
A Bahamian man
Yes.
can
Yes.
appreciate a woman just like that.
Yes. That was one of the things that intrigued me, to see the perspective from a male looking at the female, and the male showed out. The male showed out. Well, you just saw what happened. Just
That
now.
was a
That's-
challenge though, because I was like, how do I as a man speak to the strength of a woman when we have so many strong women who can? So I was like, I need to tap into my other creative avenues. How can I share my perspective while standing out from the competition? So I said, I'll write about it from the perspective of a fallen leaf, and maybe that'll do something for me. So
Good luck with that. Because if I was writing that and I write about my wife, I was going to say, she is as strong as a dilly tree. Sap that is sticky. You know? But when I climb on top, I pick her fruit. Then finish. Then you didn't know I could write it.
Yeah.
Good. Didn't know I could write, right? But let me speak to the young poets again and speak to Miss Monroe. Grab the mic again, Miss Monroe. Is this your first poetry competition?
Yes, sir.
Were you nervous writing? Say, boy, I ain't gonna win. I just gonna just put this out.
I ain't gonna lie to you, but yes, yes, I was nervous.
So when they call you, inbox you, call your parents and say you were one of the finalists, how did you feel?
I was happy. I was excited. I was kind of nervous because I heard we were supposed to do a video about it.
Mm-hmm. So tell me about the video part, because you write your poem. You say this is a good piece of work. I enjoying this, and then they call you back and say, you got to put a video. You say, I got to read in front of people? Not just read. You got to record yourself and produce something. How did you feel about that? How did you go about that in terms of get your work to be produced?
Well, I was kind of excited, but also nervous, but also have anxiety because I don't really talk in front of people. So I had my writing coach, Ms. Forbes, who edited the video, right? I recorded the verses, and she just edited in, and she created the video.
Mm-hmm. Were there a lot of people from your school who participated? I mean, Ms. Forbes, there. I sure say all of y'all in my class got it right? So were there a lot of people who participated?
No, sir. They didn't want it to do it because they heard they were supposed to make a video, so they decided to do a different poem. So only 2 people from my school, me and a different person.
Yeah.
I was the one who got in the top 10. He wasn't.
Oh, okay. Good. And congratulations.
Thank you.
Mr. Barrett, pass the mic for you. So, you had E.P. Roberts, right? They
Yes,
say
sir.
you're going to be participating in this poetry competition.
Yes, sir.
You write your poem, and now you got to go to Grammy and say, Grammy, I need to produce a video. How did that happen?
Well, so first, I had the help of my guidance counselor.
Good for guidance counsel. Good.
After my grandmother helped me with the poem. The guidance counselor, so she told me what I needed to bring and what I needed to wear. And then basically just recorded the video. We did some voiceovers. And then she basically edited. Actually, her daughter edited. Her name is Camille. She edited. She actually put the whole video together, basically. And that's how it was.
Yeah.
Then they posted.
So, is your video out there now?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. A lot of people pressing like
Yes,
and supporting
sir.
it. We're going to take a quick commercial break right now. It's now 11:47. We're talking to participants in the Bahamas Poetry Competition led by Mrs. Jermaine Roll, who's the president of that. I need to find out details about this, the competition itself and the final things. So when we come back after the break,
Sure.
give me the rundown how I can come and attend.
Yes, sir.
How can more people from Ministry of Education, Ministry of Culture can come and attend? How can parents who want their child to participate for the next year,
Yes,
to
sir.
come and attend to see what it's all about?
Yes,
You
sir.
know, interested kids, schools, and everything. So when we come back on the next side of the break, we go into detail about that. This has been Guardian Radio A.M. with CA Newry. I have members who participated in the Bahamas Poetry Competition. I'm excited. The future for the Bahamas literature scene is bright, right? We'll be right back.
Extremely.
Have you already tried our President butter? Ooh la la. Indulge a little with President, because now more than ever, we need to savor the taste, textures, and feelings to truly enjoy the little things that mean the most. President butter, something to savor.
Love the show? Want to give your support? Become a sponsor today. Call 302-2300 for our rates and packages. That's 302-2300. Become a sponsor on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
Guardian Media Group and Going Places Travel want to take you and 3 others on a 7-day cruise to Panama, Colombia, Curacao, and Aruba on Royal Caribbean Serenade of the Seas. And here's the best part, no visa required. That's right, no visa required. You have 4 ways to enter, 4 ways to win. 1, fill out the form in the Nassau Guardian. 2, listen to Star 106.5 and Guardian Radio 96.9. 3, follow us on Facebook and Instagram. 4, or make a purchase at Going Places Travel. Entry deadline is June 27, 2020. Ready to soak up the sun and feel that ocean breeze. You and 3 loved ones sailing the high seas on a vacation cruise of a lifetime. Drawing is on July 4, 2025. Brought to you by the Nassau Guardian Media Group and Going Places Travel. Certain conditions apply. Airfare, taxes, and gratuities not included.
Wake up, Bahamas. Join the Zonta Club of Nassau's 2nd annual We Are Family Fun Run, Walk, and Push on Saturday, May 17th from 6 a.m. at the Montague Foreshore. Push a stroller, walk with grandma, or sprint. Just move with us. The first 100 finishers will receive a medal. Stick around for health screenings and wellness sessions. Every dollar supports PACE and the Bahamas AIDS Foundation, along with our youth programs. Registration for groups of 10 is $25 each. Single adults, $30. Kids under 13, 10. Plus, everyone that registers gets a goodie bag and t-shirt. Call us today at 807-3021 or email zontaclubofnassau@hotmail.com. See you at the Montague Foreshore on May 17th at 6 a.m.
You try to rest, roll with the best. For all your printing needs, there ain't no one better, no. For posters and banners, magazines and flyers, for window letters, no job too big and there's no job too small. You name it, we can print it, just give us a call. Let Print Masters bring your masterpiece to life.
Located in the Nassau Guardian Building, telephone 302-2361.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, streaming on GuardianTalkRadio.com and the Guardian Radio app. Nassau, Bahamas.
Take that mess from off the wall. Give that baby back its ball. Leave other people things alone. There's other ways to get involved. Get involved, don't be no fool.
And welcome back to Guardian Radio AM. Of course, this is CA Newry, and I have competitors of the Bahamas Poetry Competition is in studio. They have a bigger award ceremony coming up, the final thing, and I need to know the date. Mr. Rowell, tell me about this, the finale, and the end of the competition, and what's happening there.
Okay, the finale takes place May 28 at 7 p.m. Paul Farquharson Conference Center, Police Headquarters, courtesy of Commissioner of Police, Ms. Shanta Knowles, and a deputy, Mr. Kirkwood Andrews. They were gracious in allowing me to use the conference center free of charge. I don't think they offer that to anyone else, but they did that for me. So now the award ceremony is a combination of all the work that the writers have put in so far. So the top 10 competitors, well, we had some ties, so there's actually 13 in each category. So they're all invited to the award ceremony where they will receive certificates, trophies, and the top 3 in the final division, they will receive cash prizes.
Cash prizes.
First, second, and third. Now,
money.
Now, what most persons really want is they want that prestigious golden standard blazer. Now, that's given to the grand champion.
A blazer?
Yes, a blazer. Just like
the golf.
Yeah, just like in golf. Yeah, with the Masters, they get a gold blazer with the name embroidered, grand champion. No one else is gonna have that.
And other people have received the blazer already?
There's the 5th time we're running the competition, so there's very few blazers out there.
Okay.
Yeah, there's very few blazers out there. So if you get one of those blazers, you're top tier.
I want a blazer.
Yeah, yeah, you're top tier. So the top 3 in each category, they're going to receive cash prizes along with their certificate and trophies.
Okay, and the winner gets the blazer.
The winner, the grand champion, gets the blazer. Now, Mr. Gomez, he's the writing champion. Mm-hmm. He's not the grand champion yet.
So we don't know who the grand champion is yet?
We don't know who the grand champion is. We're actually in the final judging stages now to determine the grand champion.
Good luck, Cousin Gomez.
Yeah.
I hope you get I hope you get his gold blazer. Yeah, good luck.
But he's a champion in his.
No, I want a gold blazer. He want a gold blazer.
Yeah.
So,
but the blazers.
What type of just go into detail with the prizes again. Remind me about the prizes that. Oh, we have a phone call too. Let me squeeze this phone call in.
Sure.
Someone who wants to engage you. Producer Kermit, patch that caller in before we go, please. Let me press it. Caller, can you hear me? I getting it. Boy, calling. Hello, can you hear me? Guardian Radio A.M. Caller girl once. Boy, I tried one more time. Caller, can you hear me? Caller girl once. It looked like I missed you, caller. Sorry about that. Call back so we can see if we can get that call for you. Sorry about that. But go ahead, Mr. Rule.
Right.
We're going over the prizes again.
Oh yeah,
right?
the prizes. Oh, so like I said, all the competitors they're already winners. So the top 3 in one division in the primary and the adult division, the top 3 competitors they get cash prizes, they get certificates, and they get trophies. And the grand champion in each division, based on their video submission, they'll receive a golden standard blazer with their name embroidered and with the title grand champion. There's also a cash prize for the video that's the most popular on YouTube. Mm-hmm. So it encourages persons to, get their posse to, go to YouTube and support the video. So there's a cash prize for that as well.
So I go to YouTube and search what again?
You could search for Bahamas Poetry Competition, search for the primary school division. You could search by the names themselves, or the goodness of God, or the strength of a woman, and the videos will populate. Bahamas Poetry Competition. Once you search for that, you'll see the videos.
I get a caller back again. Let me see if I can get them connected. Go ahead, caller. Guardian Radio A.M.
Yeah, can you hear me now, Mr. Newry?
I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning to you guys. I enjoyed the poem. Mr. Newry, I took the liberty to write a little poem. I mean, if you all don't mind, if I could say it, that station.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. Last week on your show, you talked about Aisha Bowe, whether she went to the moon or not. Should she be called an astronaut? And in discussing that event, firmament. Now, this poem isn't about if she went, but instead a chance for me to vent. Anku said there's no up and down on the ball, and that it's crazy to think otherwise. So in Australia, should it be called rainfall when instead the rain is on the rise? And what does the shape of the earth and what does the shape of my bathtub have to do with the water on the top? Bodies of water are...
You there? I want you to call and read that again. I was entertained, but I want you to call and read that again so we can have a discussion of that. I was entertained. But in the last few minutes, right, I want to remind people that on May 28th,
7 p.m.
That's Saturday or which
That's a Wednesday.
Wednesday.
May 28th.
May 28th.
7 p.m.
At 7 p.m. at the Paul Farquharson headquarters. That's right on East Street Hill.
Yes, opposite the Treasury, close to where the old post office was.
Okay. Yes. And we have the finale of the competition.
Yes, sir.
And all of the finalists will be some type of rewarded.
Yes, sir.
And who all are invited to attend this?
Well, we're inviting all parents, friends of the writers, even the general public. If you're interested in poetry, if you're interested in seeing creative works of arts, and just supporting our community, the writing community, the literary community, the children, come out and support.
Everyone, come and attend.
Everyone.
There's going to be an event to experience. Will there be any reading? Poetry reading there?
Well, what we do during the ceremony, persons who get the top prizes, we make sure their videos are shown to the general audience.
Looping.
So, like Mr. Gomez, who came first, his video will be shown. Jazian video will be shown. Trine's video will be shown. And even if the persons who are in attendance never saw it, they will see it that night.
Finally get to see it. Good,
Yeah.
good. Now it's 11:59. Let me speak the last word to Ms. Forbes in terms of literacy in the Bahamas and her efforts. Talk about your efforts. We have about 30 seconds for that.
There have been a great push for reading literacy, but reading literacy and writing literacy are partners. They go hand in hand. So my passion is writing literacy so I can help with the reading literacy. The reading levels in the Bahamas is quite low. The writing levels are quite low. And that was because of the COVID deficit. We call it the COVID deficit. But we're getting back on track. And with Mr. Roll and these other efforts, they help us sharpen our writing abilities. So I'm excited about what's happening. I'm excited also about the Ministry of Education. Just a couple of years ago, we came up with a new writing curriculum that we've implemented, and that is a great push. So these, iron sharpens iron,
Right.
it's going to get us sharper.
Okay, thank you very
Awesome.
much.
Awesome.
This one reads before we go, and thank you very much for attending. Thank you very much, Mr. Rowe, for bringing everyone here. Guided Radio Media Group and Going Places Travel want to take you on a 7-day cruise for 4 to Panama, Colombia, and Curacao, and Aruba on a Royal Caribbean's Serenade of the Seas. And here's the best part: no visa required. That's right, no visa required. So you have 4 ways to enter, 4 ways to win. Fill out the form in the Nassau Guardian. Listen to Star 106.5 and Guardian Radio 96.9. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram, or make a purchase at Going Places Travel. Entry deadline is June 27, 2025. Drawing is on July 4, 2025. So pack your bags, get ready to soak up the sun and feel that ocean breeze. You and 3 loved ones will be sailing on a vacation cruise of a lifetime, brought to you by the Guardian Media Group and Going Places Travel. Right? Certain conditions apply. Airfare, taxes, and gratuities not included. Oh, I wonder if I can compete. Because I work for Guardian. They say Guardian people can't compete, but I could get a cruise with me and the whole family on that. I could take advantage of that. Anyway, this has been Guardian Radio AM with CA Newry. Have a wonderful day.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, streaming on GuardianTalkRadio.com and the Guardian Radio app, Nassau, Bahamas.